Talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
Coming to King, you best not miss.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones definitely in the building, rocking out with us. You know what it is. We got that. Boom, we got that. We're missing one thing. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Because we got to rock out with TikTok. Where's it at? Looks like we're supposed to have a hot show today. You know what I mean? When things just start going smooth. Listen, I tell you guys this all of the time, but you know, I mean, I know you know what I'm about to say. I know you know what I'm about to say. I can't help it that this is getting redundant, okay? I cannot help it that this is getting redundant. Every time you see us, they talking about we got a hot one. We got a hot one. What do you want me to do? Not say it? What? You want me to just not say it? Okay, people, listen, we got a hot one, people. We got a hot one. If you guys are familiar, you guys will know that most of the time that you hear me talk, I'm always letting you guys know that I don't go through this. I'm always letting you guys know that I don't go through this. I make sure that I put emphasis on the fact that I don't go through these issues. I simply don't. I have told you guys. I have told you guys many occasions on why I do not have these dating issues. What I like to pride myself on is and listen, this is a show, today's show flips back and forth from men and women. Flips back and forth from men and women. What I like to pride myself on is I like to let people know there's a book that I read. It was called From Good to Greater. What this book was doing was they surveyed a lot of great companies. They surveyed a lot of good companies, and then they also surveyed the companies that went on to be from good to be great companies. And they did a lot of analysis on, why these companies excelled and things like that. One of the main things that they found is when people's companies are usually thriving, it's not because of incentives. It's not because of bonuses and things like that. A lot of people specialize in getting the right person on the bus the first time. I've told you guys this so many times. There's something wrong with all of us, to be honest. There's something wrong with all of us. The reason that I say that is because a lot of times we know what we desire in our heart. We may want a woman. We've been lonely here lately, this and this and that. Humble yourself. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right at the part where you just wanted a good woman. Now, why did you have to go down the street and see all of these women working out at the park? Now you want a supermodel. This is where the problems occur. This is where the problems occur. Let's get our people together. Instagram, let's get our people together. I got some videos for you guys that make this thing a whole lot easier. That's why I love showing the videos, because you guys get to see this stuff, how it's affecting other people's lives, right? This stuff will show you how the things we're talking about affects other people's lives. And we are live. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. Boom. That should be it. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. But listen, I want to go ahead and I want to get to some of these clips because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. This stuff is real. This stuff is really, really real. The most important thing that you guys can do is selecting your individual.
Number one trait of a woman is her character.
Yeah.
When you take away her looks and status, Her character is the only thing that matters. She keeps her word even when no one's watching. She treats the janitor the same way she treats the CEO. She brings peace, not chaos. In simple terms, a good woman makes your life calmer, not harder. She doesn't compete with you, she completes the mission with you. When you win, she celebrates you. When you fall, she doesn't walk away, she helps you rise again. A good woman doesn't just fit into your life, she elevates it. Her presence brings clarity, not confusion. Her energy brings direction, not distraction. A good woman doesn't chase attention, she earns admiration. She's not impressed by what you have, but by how you handle it. And when you find her, you don't just gain a partner, you gain peace, purpose, and power all in one. If you want to learn how to
Listen, people, I have to tell all of you, the most important thing that you can do in dating, I'm telling you, it's effortless for me. You guys know that my story has not changed. You guys know that I've been saying the same thing for 4 years. I don't have these problems, even with black women. With all of the ghetto-licious behavior that we see in amongst African-American women, it doesn't affect me. I would not dare position myself where I have to deal with somebody who has baby mama energy. I would not dare. Because in my head, I don't have to engage with her to kind of see how that's going to play out. In my head, I already know how it's going to play out. And I just don't have to do it. I think one of my greatest attributes, I've always loved women, ladies, right? You know what my definition of a lady has always been? Samantha from I Dream of Jeannie, right? Bewitched. Something that resembles the exact opposite of a man. I don't need you to carry even 5 of the traits that I carry as a man. You get pissed off, you really will start yelling and all that. I keep telling you guys, the number one most important trait in this dating thing is the first move, is what should be the first move. What should receive all of your focus is picking the right woman, picking the right man. Why do you guys think that we always tell women, no, it don't take two? No, it don't take two to tango. Why do you think we blame women for all of these out of wedlock kids? It is up to you. You know how we know that even you know that it's up to you? Give me a second. We're going to monologue for a second. You guys know, and listen, no one laugh at my mustache. I've decided to go ahead and see how long this thing will grow if I just leave it alone. Listen, some of you don't know me like that. If I leave this thing alone and I do not... if I leave this thing alone and I do not shave for 6 months, you guys will see me and it will look like this. I promise. People used to say, bro, man, you blessed, man. You don't have to worry about those bumps or nothing. Okay. But I'm going to play with it and see what it does. You guys don't know. Listen, check this out. And I'm hoping that everybody's going to understand me. If you are the type of person who you don't like a lot of ruckus, right? You don't like a lot going on. You know, your house is typically not a lot of company at all, ever, pretty much. Your environment, TV is usually down low. It's just never a lot going on in your environment. If you were to get something like a pug of a dog, it would accommodate your lifestyle, opposed to where if you said, no, but a pit bull got so many more other characteristics, that pit bull is going to bring the exact opposite energy of what you prefer to have in your house, in your house. So how about don't go get the pit bull? But I wanted one. Okay. Okay. If you're messing with one of today's modern, ambitious, empowered women, if you're messing with one of these, in my opinion, broken modern women, things aren't going to be okay with you. Her lust for the things that bring her pleasure will work against the things the things that you're trying to do for the relationship long term. Imagine yourself being a builder. You're building this relationship, right? Imagine this. Imagine being a carpenter, being a builder. Pink, pink, pink. Yeah. Pink. Huh? What's up, babe? Yeah, I got you. Babe, did you just tap my shoulder again? A woman who already have agendas that are associated with her pleasures and her desires, whilst you're trying to build that relationship, she's going to be trying to figure out alternate routes on how to obtain those pleasures and desires of hers. And it's kind of going to go counterproductive to what you're doing. And it's going to show up in your relationship. Things not getting built as fast as you would like them to get built, things not getting built, period, that stuff's going to show up in your relationship. You guys know you should have been going to that counseling course, not because you guys are into it, because you guys want to have a relationship better than other people's relationship. But you guys aren't going to counseling tonight because she seduced you with some poontang. Now you're not going to leave the house. See, that's when men are leaders. Men have to go to, I'm going to be honest with you. Men's vision is very important. Men's vision is very important is because it helps them build the things that we need to build, right? If a woman can do things to get you out of build mode, like just whenever she wants to, you're going to have trouble building. You're going to have trouble building. What most men need is a woman who's going to be there for the ride, right? Somebody who's going to offer her input for the things she sees that you don't see. But more often than not, to give in to a woman's desires and her requests too often, it compromises the system of a man's instinct and consciousness. Right? Most of you have there are some of you, I'm not going to say most, some of you have a driven and ambitious and empowered woman. Those of you who have that, you will likely never experience the ease of being around a lady. A lady is something else to be around. She smells good. When she walks by, I'm not talking about the scent. When she walks by, the energy that jumps off of her and affects you is almost like walking by her and getting a blast of her scent. We know who these women are. They smile for no damn reasons. When they speak, they smile. Hi. Ladies, those of you who don't have this, these are the women. I swear to you, these are the women that you're losing your men to. These are the women that you're losing your man to. Do you know that it becomes a no-brainer when it comes time to decide who I'm going to marry? The one who just for no reason, she's not as gorgeous looking as Tina, but every time I'm around her, I feel good for no reason. When I'm not feeling good, she tells me, you got this, babe. You know you're a superstar. People, that is hard to whoop. That is hard to whoop. In most cases, it doesn't get whooped. Men are getting snatched from their own communities behind this type of energy. I think somewhere along the way, it got so bad for men to where women don't even care how men feel. Women don't care what makes us happy. And I'm going to say the same thing for men. Men have started taking women for granted because a lot of you guys who want to get in a relationship, there's good women out there, but you get greedy just like these women do. You get greedy. Now all of a sudden because homeboy cuz introduced you to the new girl he been dealing with, and you were going to introduce them to this girl you've been talking to, but now that you've seen the girl he dealing with, you like, shit, I can do better than no girl then. Stop it, man. Stop it. If you could do better than her, you would have done better than her years ago. You guys are missing out on amazing opportunities to be sharing life with someone. It's insane to me. I've done it. I've done it. It's amazing. Now, I don't advise men to get married. I don't advise any of you to get married. You do that, I might call you a sucker. If you get married according to American principles, I'm probably going to block you from the channel. Same way that I believe a lot of these NBA players who Tyreek Hill, people like that, these people, I believe a woman should be able to take 97% of their entire gross. That's what I believe. If you guys are going to keep on falling for this, have at it, right? Have at it. But what I'm telling you guys is we live one life. We all have experienced unpleasantries in life. We all have experienced the speed bumps, the hurdles. We've all experienced the rain. But we've also, a lot of times, a lot of us have experienced the sun too. I'm talking about not when it's scorching hot. I'm talking about when that thing is just perfect. The sun is out, but it seems like the weather is 100% even. It's cool little breezes and things like that. You wish that stuff could go on forever. You just do. You wish it could go on forever. People, that is called living life. You guys would rather have an attractive woman who you have to worry about cheating and things like that than to have an average looking woman who will give her life for you. That's where everybody's messing up. I told you guys, my dating life is perfect. Okay, I'm not going to say perfect. Okay, I take that back. I'm not going to say that. But as it pertains to bringing drama in my life, I don't do it. I never have, ever. Not one time. There's never been a woman who came into my life and caused chaos. There's never been a woman who came into my life and she yells and all of that stuff. Not one time in my entire life. Never, ever, ever. I've never been through any of that stuff that you guys see on social media. See, because period. I wish I would. Never, not once in my life. Women always treat me with respect because I start acting funny. If I even get the slightest twinge, hey, hold on. When you was just walking by, what'd you say? We need to address that before you get too comfortable in that type of energy. Right? This is why I say it to men and women. Dating is easy. It's easy. I think you guys are just greedy. You're greedy. I don't move like that. I am just overall enthralled with feminine energy. An amazing woman who is soft. That woman can just lean up against you while you're on the couch and shift the energy in the room. She could just call you. You guys know my story has been the same. I tell you guys, those couple of women I would call, sometimes I'd call and say, just wanted to hear your voice. Click. Phone calls like this. Brrr, click. Hey. You know, I haven't thanked God for my dating life enough, to be honest, because I haven't went through much. And I am grateful for that because I do these coaching sessions one-on-one, and it does allow me the benefit to see people are going through things. I'm not perfect. My dating life is not going to be perfect, but I can minimize the amount of turbulence that comes up in my life. I can do things and make strategic moves that significantly minimize me experiencing some of that stuff that you guys see on social media. I don't give a damn how fat her ass is. I don't care how big her titty is. Okay, now I I don't care. Okay, listen, the boobies, listen. Okay, that's my weakness. But what I'm saying is, some of you guys have missed out on an amazing individual because you were worried about what the fella's gonna think when they see her. You didn't mess with this dude because, listen, and this is way worse for the women. It's way worse for the women because you guys are way worse than this at men. By nature, men will grab somebody up off of the ground. It's been our history our whole lives. Men will date a woman who's poor. We oftentimes prefer that. We prefer it oftentimes. We prefer to take her in and allow her to start demonstrating her appreciativeness of how she's seeing us change her life. We prefer women who are poor, if you want to be honest. We prefer women who don't have a lot going on because those women are still women. The women of today, modern women, empowered women, those are corporates women. Those aren't our women. Those are women who have to let you know that you're not out-competing them too much. You know what I bet you a lot of women wish they were tall as men. See, this is what you guys are doing. You're selecting not based on. That's why I tell you guys, I said it over and over again, and we hear other people say it, but I'll reiterate. Hottest show online, people. I know that this is the hottest show online because we address the inevitabilities that none of us are going to be able to escape. We address the later years of your life. To me, those are the most important years of your life. The later years of your life, you guys are doing things that are going to cause you, listen, people aren't really always listening when I put emphasis on this. The later years of your life, when your immune system begins to break back down, right? When they diagnose you with an illness that you never would have thought ran in your family. When you fall off of the porch, and that fall off of the porch at 60 is not the same as falling off of the porch at 20. You guys aren't thinking ahead. You guys are forsaking yourselves of life partners. And then waiting until you're 70 years old to be on Facebook dating, digging off up in the real Stacey Princess DMs. Just so I could swing through like George of the Jungle and bang, 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 daddy, bang. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. Okay, not 70. But I'm attracted to older women. I'm attracted to older women. I date within the range of 30 and 45. I want somebody who, if a girl called her a bitch, it would hurt her feelings. I date women who, she won't not cheat because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. She's grossed out at the notion that she allowed a stranger or someone she had just met to get on top of her. I've had these women. I know they would never cheat. I know they would never cheat. The last one, she's just grossed out too easily. Not only that, she really does love God, right? Not only that, she doesn't have a life. She secludes herself. She believes that the elements of the world are too harsh and that the world has went crazy. Do you know how minimal amounts of trouble I'm going to have from a woman like that? It's going to be low. It's going to be low levels of stress associated with dealing with a woman like that. But listen, let's get back to our clip.
Make AI influencers like this. Number one trait of a woman is her character.
Yeah.
When you take away her looks and status, her character is the only thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps her word even when no one's watching.
Mm-hmm.
She treats the janitor the same way.
Shout out to my day one over here rocking out with me. The International Quiet Storm in the building rocking out with us. My brother.
She treats the CEO.
Yeah.
She brings peace, not chaos.
Right.
In simple terms, a good woman makes your life calmer, not harder. She doesn't compete with you, she completes the mission with you. When you win, she celebrates you. When you fall, she doesn't walk away, she helps you rise again. A good woman doesn't just fit into your life, she elevates it. Her presence brings clarity, not confusion. Her energy brings direction, not distraction. A good woman doesn't chase attention, she earns admiration. She's not impressed by what you have, but by how you handle it. And when you find her, you don't just gain a partner, you gain peace, purpose, and power all in one. If you want to learn how to make AI influencers like this, click the link.
Listen, check this out. I'm going to say something else. This is going to be bad. It's not going to sound good. The ladies aren't going to love this. They're not going to love it. Turbulence, people. A lot of this complaining, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Half my whole head cut off. A lot of this complaining that we hear, ladies, you're probably not going to love what I'm about to say, but a lot of the complaining that we hear women doing as it pertains to the men that they're encountering and the experiences that are being left behind by these encounters, the overwhelming majority of you have these complaints and these horror stories because your value as a woman is very low. You've done things, or you were born unattractive. That's not your fault, but there's something that you can do to offset that. You can be very nice, right? The reason that I say this is because if you were everything that we're describing, a man feels different about treating a classy lady bad than he does about treating a jump off bad. We just do. We just do. Some of you, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go. Turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with the show, when you hear that, we're probably about to go left a little bit. Some of you, we only call you when our fetishes kick in. We have that one girl that she's on the roster. She's never leaving. But she'll swallow, right? She'll swallow. And she'll even jerk it she'll jerk it and shoot it all over her face. That's an amazing thing. All of that is good. That's beneficial. It's good. But she's there for a reason. That's not treating somebody amazingly. If only time you ever go by is to jerk off on her face, that means that there's some things that man has detected in you that has put you on that shelf. There's things that he has said. There's things that he has seen about you that cause him to be immune to treating you with a lesser level of respect. Think about it. If he really respected you, would he just pop up every 3 weeks and jizz on you? No. If you were an amazing lady, that man will hold your hand out in public. If you were something worth bragging on, he'd introduce you to his circle. He wouldn't have a problem being seen with you in public. He'd even do cool things for you, even if he didn't lock you down. If you're a nice, amazing woman, that man probably has you on the side, reserved as a luxury item. He won't treat her bad. He'll never curse at her. And he doesn't FUCK her. He has SEX with her. And in some cases, he makes love to her. He's just not ready to settle down right now. That's the only thing. He's not ready to settle down right now. The reason that he's doing that, though, is because he's aware this is a valuable woman. I can't just release her back out into the public. Even if you say he's wrong for not releasing her and probably playing the field, I agree with you. That's wrong. It's of low integrity and character, right? But that is still him acknowledging that that woman is too valuable to be released back out there. Therefore, he doesn't release her back out there. Those of you who a man can go extensive periods of time without talking to you, and listen, I'm talking about some of you know that there is no conversation now. There ain't no, hey, what you doing? I got this blunt and this Hennessy. That's the extent of your guys' relationship. If he gets over, when he gets over to your house, he'll be cordial. What you been doing? Yeah. Oh man, I ain't been doing nothing but just, let me see what's going on behind that blouse though. And the moment he's done, but now that other woman, on the other hand, she gets attention paid to her. She gets gifts. She gets brought nice things. And if she ever conveys to him that my feelings are growing deeper with you than I expected, he'll be considerate of her feelings, and he'll either weigh the pros and cons or whether or not he should lock her down, or he won't treat her like trash. He won't treat her like trash. A lot of you get treated like trash, and you know you do. We hear the horror stories. We hear the horror stories. And I'm going to say this again to the fellas. Most of you who have today's modern woman, or that driven, ambitious, and empowered woman, you will not get to experience the ease of being around a lady. There's going to be several components that will block you from having the type of woman that makes most men's lives easier. The respect level's not going to be where it's supposed to be. The feminine level's not going to be where it's supposed to be. Right? That superhero type adoration that a woman is supposed to have for men isn't going to be there. Basically, you're dealing with an empowered modern woman. And when you're dealing with an empowered modern woman, there will be important elements of a relationship that get role reversed. There will be important elements of your relationships that will get role reversed. And that's when women start looking masculine and things like that. What I've come to understand is a lot of times we create situations ourselves because of who we decide to go into a relationship with. You're going to have a lot more things to correct and fix throughout the duration of a relationship than if you had have picked better. When you pick that beautiful woman or that girl who the first time you hit, she blew your back, she blew your mind, you're going to have more issues with her than a woman who you picked for the right reasons. There are people who exist who fit inside your life so smooth to where you care about each other in a different way than other people care about each other. People who picked their mate for the wrong reasons won't have what you have. You're supposed to pick dating candidates not based on their looks or their body, but based on how many vital core beliefs they have that align with your vital core beliefs. Right? My people said they driving me crazy, bro. She said, why is the bar set so low for men? Tell me what you mean. I don't understand. See, but I am going to say, without even knowing what you mean, TP, it's going to always jam you guys up comparing yourselves to men. I think we should overall eliminate the phrases, what about the men? It's common facts in science that you can't do what we can't do and we can't do some of the things that you do. But men aren't trying to do the things that you guys try to do. It's you guys always trying to do the things that we do. And look at you. Look at you. Lives are terrible. You guys are supposed to be examining that person being naturally who they are and see how many things about them in their natural state aligns with who you are in your natural state. Right? Relationships require less maintenance when you pick the right person. These are people who won't have to do the degree of relationship maintenancing that other people will have to do who picked their significant other for the wrong reasons. Some people live inside of their relationship with their toolbox out, fixing things in their relationship, trying to keep it up to maintenance. Other people who picked more responsibly do the exact opposite. They spend the majority of their time inside their sets of duty to each other. And in my personal opinion, duty is far more valuable than love. Sense of duty and commitment are more valuable than love are. That's my personal opinion. Love is the motivation and inspiration to stand by your duty and commitment to your significant other. That's how I look at it. Love is the glue that will assist you in holding your duty and your commitment to that person intact. Love is the glue. Duty and commitment, those are the active ingredients that get her done. Yeah, he said oxytocin is undefeated. They keep trying to battle that and always lose. Make up excuses about why it didn't work. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You can't do what we can do. We can't do some of the things you can do. The only difference between the two is men aren't running around talking about, well, the women get to do it. You can understand how childish that is. I want you guys to think about how childish that is. Well, they get to do it. You try it then. Try to blow somebody's back out like we do. Try to grab somebody by the neck and beat that thing up while you're on top of them with your mouth this close from their mouth, not kissing, but just those soft, heated breaths, right? And see if you can pull off with that woman what we can pull off with that woman. See where I'm going with this? Even thinking in terms of comparing yourselves to men, nothing good can come out of it. Well, the men be doing it. Okay, you try it. 2 or 3 men also get together and pick that transmission up. You try it. Huh? I just truly think that you guys have no clue. Havoc over here on TikTok rocking out with us. They hit us again. You know what? Listen, check this out. TikTok, here's what we're going to do. I've been saying I was going to do this. Here's what we're going to do, TikTok. We're going to go to the other TikTok account. You'll see it light up right now. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I've been wanting to shake this crowd up a little bit. Is that it? That's it. That's it. This is the most important dating move that you can ever make. That is the most important dating move that you can ever make, by getting the right person on the bus the first time. You get the right person on the bus the first time, there won't be a lot of work that you have to do. Me, myself, if a woman isn't soft, I don't know. It's just never been in me to deal with it. Because I don't know. I don't see the logic in trying to make it work with this person right here who is pretty much out of my liking. He's cute and coochie is fire. But see, I see some of that ratchet stuff. Or I see some of that independent woman. Or I see some Christian feminism in him. I'm not dealing with that. Are you crazy? To deal with that means I'm going to have to deal with that, and I don't want to deal with that. I think the one thing that people in these relationships, people who are in these relationships that fail often forget to do is remind themselves regularly of whatever promise they made to their significant other. You guys aren't even abiding by promises and covenants. Promises and covenants mean absolutely nothing today. You guys aren't abiding by promises and covenants. Your wedding vows mean absolutely nothing. When's the last time you heard somebody say, yeah, it's tough, and I want to leave, but, I promised God I was going to stay in it. When's the last time you heard one of your girlfriends say that? That is the absolute last thing that modern women are thinking about today, is whether or not they disappoint God based on the promise that they made him on that relationship. They're talking about attorney's fees and stuff. If you can listen, they're completely outside of their morals when it comes to these relationships. You guys are supposed to really, really, really be holding these covenants and these promises to your heart. You really are. I'm going to say this again. I think that one of the biggest things that people in relationships that fail are forgetting to do is remind themselves regularly of whatever promises that were made to each other. When you're actually unattracted to that person, tell yourself, I said I would take care of her for the rest of her life. Why are you getting married if you're not going to do that? What? To please her? Why are you guys getting married? Why are you guys getting in relationships if you are not abiding by these promises? The reason I'm coming down so hard on this, you guys aren't even trying to abide by the promises. The promises are the last thing that you guys are thinking about. But I want to get back. I want to make sure that we, let's go.
Choosing the wrong woman can completely and utterly destroy your life. You got to choose right. Because if you choose wrong, you're going to end up being with somebody who is going to mess your life up. Getting married is one of the best things that can ever happen to you, fellas, if you choose the right woman. Sometimes you stay in a situation with the wrong woman and you just feel your life in absolute shambles. In the Bible, there are so many men's lives who were destroyed.
Samson. The Bible is littered with cautionary tales about what a woman can do to your life. It's littered with cautionary tales. So don't marry that type of woman. Don't be having unprotected sex with that type of woman. Are you crazy?
Because they chose wrong. David had a homie. Lust got a hold to him. He betrayed his homie, off this homie, because he got his homie's wife pregnant. Do y'all know that there's a scripture in the Bible about the wrong woman? A wise woman builds the house, but a foolish woman tears it down with her hands.
I think what we're not paying attention to is our lives. People, I want some of you to know, some of you have cousins that they just snapped out one day and they've never been the same since. Some people say that person got a bad hit of some bad DRUGSs and things like that. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you have that person that, or a high school friend that you heard she's homeless now or he's homeless now and, kind of lost their mind, don't remember people's names. I'm bringing that up to let you guys know that we can break. We can break. The turbulence that we encounter, it can damage us no different than if you pick up a huge, huge boulder and throw it up into your engine, up under the hood of your car. Some stuff is going to break. And it always trips me out that people don't want to acknowledge that we as humans can break. Give me a thumbs up down in the comments if you have ever and truly, truly experienced true, honest to God heartbreak. Give me a thumbs up if you have ever really felt the pain and the sting of that. I'm talking about to where you can't even eat. Your stomach has those jittery butterflies for days. Like you're really messed up. Give me a thumbs up if you have ever, honest to God, experienced true heartbreak. Let me see. Oh, we're not going to do that. Our TikTok is destroyed. Is this real? I'm going to keep it on. There is 2 people in our TikTok? I know we never use this account, but okay. Now, to the people down there who say they have experienced true to life heartbreak before, you guys know how that felt, right? There's some breakage going on in there, some psychological breakage. Just because you didn't start bleeding, that does not mean that you are not still affected by whatever happened to you back then today. We can break, people. And what I'm suggesting to you is this only one life that you have. It is so precious. It is so valuable. You can pull off a multitude of amazing things with this life that you have. You could really pull off some really cool stuff. If you bring the wrong person in your life, this is what I'm telling you. The pain that a lot of you said you have experienced of heartbreak before, there's other pains that can be inflicted upon you if you get the wrong person in your life. You guys got to start dealing with people and standing on your commitments and your promises. When you deal with people, already have it in your heart, I'm going to treat this woman the best of my ability. And the things that I don't feel like doing, I'm going to find a way to do exercises that help me be willing to do those things, even when I don't feel like doing those things. Promises are really dope, man. Promises are really dope. Your word is really dope. When you have a guideline that you stand by, commitments that you won't go too far outside the guidelines of, you're somebody. You're somebody. That's why men of esteem, men of character, men of integrity, they're walking by guidelines and core principles that keep them from going too far and experiencing some of the repercussions that a lot of other people experience. They have an invisible Google Maps that leads them in better directions than you. He likes poontang too, just as much as you do. He likes poontang. But he knew he had to get up and go to work at 6 a.m. So the girl said she can't get shake free till 4 in the morning. The best thing for him to do was, go ahead and pass up and do what's right. It's because of the code that he walks in. He handles his business, right? Even when it comes to selecting his women, he won't deal with a certain type of woman. But let's go.
Y'all be chasing a woman that's running from you.
Come on, champ.
You supposed to be picking a one that's looking at you.
Come on, champ.
Y'all don't even know how to pick a woman. Mm-hmm. When you do that, you don't even need game no more.
It's over.
Because she gonna do everything you need her.
She cherishes you.
Yeah, exactly. But you want the bitch that you want instead of the bitch that wants you.
You playing Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Nigga. You chasing the bitch that don't want to be caught.
You just do that, everything gonna fall in line.
Most definitely. And I stand on that too. I always tell people, make sure.
I want to interrupt this really quick. I want to say something to the fellas. If you're a liar, you're a liar. I promise you. If you're a liar, you're a liar. If you're a manipulator, you're a manipulator, and you are outside of the man code. If it doesn't bother you to tell your significant other a lie, you have not crossed that threshold yet of being an elevated man. Your words are really supposed to be. I've lied against my word before, but I'm not okay with it. I feel effed up when I do. Like, when things go well for me, if I don't get on my knees and worship God and give him praise, I feel a little weird. That's how you guys should feel as it pertains to your word and your promises. Other people will say this about you. It will become your reputation. Oh, he says he's going to do something. He does it. I need men to get back to the place when our words really mattered to us. Men were the shit then. My grandfather said he was going to do something. That thing is done. If he tells you your life is about to get better, that he's got that thing handled, you can hang it up. There was something, listen, my landlord, that is a man of integrity. And because he practices it, I just passed on good words about him to you guys. So therefore, his reputation just preceded him. His reputation just arrived somewhere long before he physically ever arrived there. And that's how people get good business deals, when people are saying good things about you. Men got to start getting back to the place where our words matter, where our promises mean something to us. I mean, the core assets of men are their principles. The principles of a man are visible. The principles of a man are visible. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my stay one down there, Mecca in the building, rocking out with us. Yeah, I agree. Listen, a man who keeps his word and things like that, that's a dope man. Seriously. That's a man of a different level. A man where he lives his life in a way to where it is indicative. Other individuals who are watching, it is indicative of it in his life. All indications point to no, you guys could be hanging out. I'm talking about you guys have that perfect high. You guys know how you guys have been drinking and you drunk just the right amount. It's perfect. I don't feel no hangover. My buzz is still there. I feel perfect and we're out. A man of principles, even in that amazing setting, he would tell you guys, hey, fellas, I got to go to the crib, man. I got to go to work at 6 a.m. That is a man of principles. There are things that he won't compromise. And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to, okay, listen, I got to get up off of this. Jeez, I got to get up off of this TikTok. It's like this TikTok right here has no type of action on it. Jeez. Hey, people, we're about to go back on over to our other YouTube, TikTok. This is insane. Gee, we have 4 people in there. Like, what the heck? And 6 comments throughout the whole live. I really do want to see men get back to being men of their word. I really do want to see that. Because that plays out in our everyday life. That thing yields tangible results. Like, yeah, that thing. Well, at least I found that. All right, let's go. Let's go, TikTok people. Who is this? Something's wrong, people, man. Shout out to my brother Robert in this situation. Supporting the show. These hyenas laugh, cackle, and are obnoxious until the lion comes around. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing people not be conscious of what we've been warning them about until the boogeyman is already standing in front of them. And at which point, that's no good then. That doesn't serve them any tangible purpose. I think this as well. I think men, and there's a lot of broken men because there's a lot of men who are raised by single parent moms. I do understand. That's why I don't ask so much of men, because I know what has happened to men. I know what has happened to them. I know the effects of being raised without a masculine figure, well, without a father around you. I know the effects of it. We've researched it. We've done plenty of shows about it. So there's a lot of things that these men who were raised by single parent moms, we don't really expect much out of them. We expect them to be broken human beings. A lot of the bullcrap that you ladies are complaining about, we expect that just when we find out that she got pregnant and wasn't married. We expect that the children are going to be messed up. We could see, listen, we could see your sweet little baby. Look how cute she is. And based on what we know about you, we can tell your sweet little beautiful baby is going to be a bust down. Bang, 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 bang. Is that mean to say? It doesn't matter. If she was raised by a single parent mom, especially one of those ones that you know what I'm talking about, one of those ghetto booger wolves, she's in trouble. We definitely got to get back to the place where we're standing on business as it pertains to our word. Right? When relationships hits those pockets of feeling too used to it, this is what I'm telling you guys. You guys aren't understanding. When you're actually unattracted to your significant other, you tell yourself, I said I would take care of her for her life. And when the relationship hits those pockets of feeling too used to it, that's when you remind yourself that how that person's life ends, how that person's life turns out, is a part of your responsibility. You guys got to remind yourselves of these promises that you made. I think people are leaving long-term relationships from too selfish of a perspective. You're supposed to contemplate how you leaving these relationships is going to affect the person's life who you committed yourself to, how it's going to alter their life. You're not supposed to be okay knowing that after you guys divorced, she only had $4,000 in the bank. And that's what I want you guys to think about. You guys are pledging to people's lives and things like that and then abandoning them at the 50% mark. I'm talking about mostly women doing it, but men do it too. It's almost as if somebody told you guys that you have to get married, which is a lie. You're really supposed to get married to that person that you can really keep your promises to, people. That's who you're supposed to get married to. Relationships are like the construction industry. When you're building things of that magnitude of importance, there's a 100% of the time that you're usually going to be things that are going to go wrong regularly. In construction, you can't just scrap a project because something went wrong. That's when you're supposed to be figuring out what you have to do to fix that thing that went wrong. Because if you guys don't do that, I'm going to help you understand where you're going to end up at.
Bonnie, why is it that you want the house sold?
Well, Jody mentioned that as well because...
I didn't ask what he did. I asked, why do you want it sold?
My client could answer the question.
So moving on, she actually addresses right here the allegations that she's cheating on her husband.
So you are also communicating with another gentleman now, aren't you?
I have a friend that I text, but I'm not...
A male friend?
Yes.
That you are anticipating and romantically texting, correct?
He lives in Chattanooga, so...
I didn't ask where he lives.
Okay, well, no, we don't talk like that.
You don't
He said
talk that...
support a friend, because I'm going through this and I need a friend. And I don't have a lot of girlfriends that really care, so I'm reaching out to him as a...
We're going to subpoena your text records from him.
Oh.
And I'm asking you right now, we've already established that you embellish or tell falsehoods, and I'm asking you right now to create a record because we have a court report.
This woman married this man with motives. This man was a nurse. And I think he took $70,000 out to put down on their $200,000 or $300,000 home. soon as things hit her name, I'm talking about a couple of months after the marriage, that woman filed for divorce, moved her mom in, and requested that he get out.
They are not romantic in nature. Is that correct? Yes or no?
We don't really talk like that over text.
Yes or no?
Not.
I guess I just don't look at it that way.
Not what y'all are going to do when your divorce is over. Can't wait to see him. And so you are not romantically involved with anybody.
I did sleep with him. But we
They asked her was she romantically involved with anybody else, and she said no. You know, it's just text or something like that while I'm going through things like that. They read off of the couple of messages, and she said, I can't wait to see you, and this and this and that. And she said, yeah, but I just don't consider that to be romantically involved with someone. Then she says, they ask her, and she says she slept with him. Boy, what men go through.
Yes or no?
Not.
I guess I just don't look at it that way.
Not what y'all are going to do when your divorce is over. Can't wait to see him. And so you are not romantically involved with anybody.
I did sleep with him. But we don't talk about it.
Look at.
Well, you understand, I called you as a witness first, and I asked you if you were...
Do you see how these women will lie all the way to the end?
Anybody, didn't I?
I'm not seeing him. He lives in
Oh,
Chattanooga.
you just having sex with him?
Yeah.
I had sex with him twice.
Twice. Oh, I did sleep with him. Now I have
But we
slept with him
don't text
multiple
about
times.
it. He lives in Chattanooga. I slept with him twice.
Right. Where?
And 2 times in a hotel.
Oh.
Where?
One time in a hotel, 1 time in a hotel.
Where?
You're still married.
First time was Nashville. Second time was in Murfreesboro.
Oh, you travel around the country.
And this is why I tell men to not get married. That woman cheated on him twice, and she's about to get half of his stuff. Why the hell would you get married in America? Oh my gosh. I think it takes a simp to get married.
Predict.
You did. So you're looking for somebody else to start taking care of?
Yeah.
No, I don't want him. We don't even really talk now because I thought I was going to work it out with my husband.
This guy chose the absolute wrong woman to marry. 3 baby fathers for 3 children. Was pregnant when he proposed. And 3 months after she popped the baby out, married her.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm here on behalf of my client, Mr. Joseph Tootle. We filed a complaint for absolute divorce in this matter. It's a very, very short-term marriage. The parties were just married in September of 2023.
Okay.
And what we have, Your Honor, is that the crux of this case and really the only asset of this marriage comes down to the parties prior to their marriage purchased a home at 1047 Yellow Creek Highway. My client put down a significant down payment on the home. Well, the down payment was put prior to the marriage, and the purchase was right after the parties married. The property is approximately between $700,000 and $800,000 home, has a significant mortgage on it. What we're asking, Your Honor, is for exclusive possession of the home. Mrs. Botnick, again, this is a short-term marriage. Mrs. Botnick has 3 children from prior relationships. In fact, she was with child at the time of the party's marriage that is not my client's child.
What?
And she has just finished another
pregnant?
custody matter.
I'm almost inclined to say young buddy deserves what he got. You married this woman while she was pregnant with another man's kid. I would like to believe that has never happened in the history of history. And if it has, that means simping has been around a lot longer. Soft male DNA has been around a lot longer than what I thought. Are they really, even white guys, are there really this type of men out there? Who will marry a woman who's already pregnant with somebody else's child? Well, you're talking about low self-esteem of a whole different level.
With that child's father. And again, she's not contributing financially. They purchased a vehicle that she is driving, and we are asking that she and the children, and she's allowed her mother, Miss Carol Ledford, to move into the home also.
Ooh, she ripping this boy a new butt. I'm talking about ripping everything out from the walls. Listen to this. She wants it all.
Finished another custody matter with that child's father. And again, she's not contributing financially. They purchased a vehicle that she is driving, and we are asking that she and the children, and she's allowed her mother, Miss Carol Ledford, to move into the home also.
The mama's
so there's
there.
6 people cohabitating in this home, and my client is having to pay all of meet the financial responsibility of the home. So it's our request that she be ordered to vacate the premises, or in the alternative, given the fact that herself, her 3 children, and her mother are living there, that my client pays 1/6 and she pays 5/6 of all the expenses associated with the home. The home, again, we're going to have an issue. The home has just been purchased. It's very unlikely that there's significant equity. She is not in a position, it's our claim that she's not in a position to buy my client out of the home or get the home refinanced into her own name.
Okay.
But she is not contributing, and she has now begun having extramarital relations, and as a result of that, we want her out of the house.
This sucker married her when it sounds like she had 3 kids. One was currently cooking at the point of marriage, does not make any money, moved her mama in, and is now cheating on him. Absolutely ridiculous work. But the information of interest is that down payment on home, which he wants her out of, and rightfully so if she's cheating. Down payment was made prior to marriage, but then the house wasn't closed on until they were married.
I believe that they need to make a law that, I truly do. I believe they need to make a law to where if a woman divorces a man, she can get up to 90% of all of his assets and leave him with 10%. I mean, at this point, I don't know what more they can do to let you know that this is like a whipping with a razor blade belt. I say tear men to pieces. I say tear them to pieces. If a man will get married according to an American document, I believe the woman should be entitled to 95% of his assets. Even if she cheats. That's what I believe. I should get a petition going. Yeah, that's what I say. If you're stupid enough to get married in America, I say pull his pants down. Listen, not only don't use Vaseline, but I mean, get some friction going. Get some friction going. Do it like this. Get to tucking him up real good back there. I'm talking about take a chalkboard eraser, one of those pink school erasers. Just get him good and chaffed down there before you enter him. That's what I say. Because the fucking that men are taking right now apparently isn't with a big enough Johnson. Look at Tyreek Hill. This girl got $6 million, $50 a month. He has to pay the house payment and he has to pay the internet. And she gets 2 of the cars. Tear his ass to pieces. Tear his ass to pieces. And I stand by it. Dog walking. Shout out to my girl Lioness down there rocking out with us. Let's go.
This guy made so many mistakes.
Approximate purchase price was $800,000. 20% was paid down, which is approximately $160,000
by the man.
That man put $160,000 for a woman who already had a bun in the oven. And then he got everything that he deserved. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. And then she clapped him off with the infamous belt buckle jingle. Yes, yes. Tap him out. And I mean tap him out good. If you're dumb enough to get married in America, I believe that woman should have rights to 95% of your goods.
She ain't paid none of it. And her name's on the deed.
We have filed before the court today is a motion to sell the marital residence, and we would propose that upon its sale, the net proceeds be paid into court, and then we can proceed with the divorce.
Wow.
In that regard. But I would submit to the court there's no basis to grant Mr. Tootle exclusive possession of the marital home. Ms. Bachnick's name is on the deed. It's a marital asset, and submit that she's entitled to reside there just as much as he is.
Bang, 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 daddy, bang. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. Dead man. Dead man walking.
Wow. This is what happens when you take on liabilities. She had all of their kids and you said yes. She had no way to make significant income and you still said yes. She moved her mama in and you still said yes. You put her name on the deed.
State your name, please, ma'am.
Jordan Lindsay Bachnick.
And Ms. Bachnick, where do you work?
Envision Healthcare.
And what do you do for Envision Healthcare?
I'm an AP specialist.
And what does that mean?
Accounts payable. I work for the same company as Joseph.
And what is your rate of pay?
$22 an hour.
You work 40 hours a week?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have 3 children by how many different men?
3.
And how much child support do you get?
I get child support 1 kid and $697.
$697 for what child?
1 child. And I don't get child support from the other 2.
What child do you get the $190?
Sailor, the baby.
Not only was she a single mother, but she was a single mother 3x by 3 other different men. And
what are you guys doing out there? Besides a lot of this. Listen, for those of you who don't know, you can tap the link in my bio. I do one-on-one hour-long sessions with people. Listen, I do understand that men struggle in the areas of confidence and things like that, and that's just based upon my one-on-one sessions. But it's that bad out there to where you guys will marry someone who has 3 children by 3 different men, and at the time of marrying her, she already had one in the oven? Is it that bad out there? You could go to Figueroa Street and just pick somebody up every Friday. Or put that in the budget.
you still said yes to all of that. This is why there's so much living.
You work 40 hours a week?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have 3 children by how many different men?
3.
Ooh, that coochie Lucy. That's that loose coochie right there.
And how much child support do you get?
I get child support 1 kid and $697.
$697 for what child?
1 child. And I don't get child support from the other 2.
What child do you get the $190?
Sailor, the baby.
Not only was she a single mother, but she was a single mother 3x by 3 other different men.
Fellas, is it
and you
really
still
that bad out there? Jeez. Is it that bad out there? Get you a little something on the side before you go through all of this.
Yes to all of that. This is why there's so much literature or so much media that expect men to be these altruistic, forever forgiving of a woman's past. Meanwhile, her past was the biggest red flag, but you submitted yourself to the red flag the size of Haley's comet for what? Damn, did he walk into this situation?
Were in fact pregnant with Sailor at the time that you married?
No.
Or right after you had just had the child?
I just had him. He was born in June and I got married in September.
You proposed to a woman that was pregnant with another man's child.
When did your mother move into the home?
She started staying there in October.
October of 2023, right after y'all married in September, is that correct?
Right.
And what was the reason?
She was helping me with the kids, helping us with the kids.
How much does she pay to live there?
She helps with the kids, so in return, she gets to stay there.
Okay, she helps with your children.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
This is
And
crazy.
so you're just giving her free room and
This
board?
guy's a pillow cushion.
For helping me watch the kids.
Shout out to EJ over here rocking out with us. EJ said this woman is on a 3-for-3 menu at Wendy's. Bro is one big time dummy for marrying a 3-for-3 woman. People, if it's really that bad out there, I might open my own business and start leasing with.
What does she do for a living?
She works at Walmart.
Oh, she works. She could afford her own crib.
So she's capable of paying something to live there.
Well, she's helping me watch the kids.
That wasn't the question.
At the point in time, did you admit to your husband that you only married him for financial security?
No.
You sure about that?
Yes.
That's your statement under oath?
Yes.
Did you threaten at the point in time when he told you he wanted a divorce, did you threaten to throw yourself against the wall so that you could get an order of protection and kick him out of the house?
No.
Allowed any of your minor children to operate any motor vehicle in and around the property?
I let my son drive down the driveway.
And he ran over shrubs and things, is that correct?
One shrub.
And that's your 12-year-old or your 10-year-old?
I let my 10-year-old.
Your 10-year-old's driving a vehicle that caused some...
I'm just like, man, it's really that bad out there that you guys are locking down women with kids like that? Go buy some. Do you know where you have to be at mentally and emotionally to take yourself to a place where you're okay doing that? Men have no business dealing with women who have more than one child. The only exception is if they're already out of the house. Hashtag no go. Men have absolutely no business dealing with women who have more than one child unless the others are out of the house. That is a complication waiting to happen. That is like 3 other men having access to the woman you say you love. She's obligated to pick up anytime the baby daddies call. It sounds like that's not your woman. If she's obligated to pick up anytime other men call, is that your woman? What if I don't even want her talking to you? We can't even do that. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Slight damage to the property, is that correct?
He drove down the driveway and ran over a shrub.
Did you replace it?
For those of you who are on Facebook and you hear the audio but you cannot see, you got to come to YouTube at The Real Stacey Prince. Go to YouTube, type in The Real Stacey Prince, TheRealStacyPrince. Listen, people, where are my show supporters at? Let's get this thing going, people. A lot goes into this. If you rock with the show, let us know. Cash App, The Real Stacey Prince, or PayPal, The Real Stacey Prince.
No, not yet.
Okay. Do you allow your children to shoot arrows into the drywall of the home? You didn't sit there and videotape it and laugh at it?
I videotaped my son shooting an arrow into a cardboard box.
Not into the garage and damaging the property?
No.
Have you contributed to the house payment?
No.
Why not?
Do you know what? Do you know what degree of human being it takes to do this to a man? It takes a snake. You know, like the Garden of Eden. How could you guys get okay with taking half of something that it took a man 40 years to make? Now, I'm not saying you should walk away broke, but you guys shouldn't be doing men like that. That's terrible. There's a reason why in other countries it doesn't exist. You have to be a nasty Jezebel to not care about how his life turns out after you take half of his things. And let's be honest, do you have the integrity to examine yourself and see what about your contribution to that relationship was worthy of taking half of whatever it took him to acquire for 40 years? Amazing work. Shout out to my brother EJ in the building setting it off. EJ said, bro should have got a pre-up. Dead man walking, I swear. Dead man walking.
Dead man walking.
My stay one over here, Mecca over here rocking out with us. My girl. Listen, that's why I told you guys I have my stay ones and my day ones. My stay ones are people who haven't been here from the beginning, but from the time they've been rocking with us, they've been rocking with us. Right? Let's go.
Because I'm paying for everything else.
What is everything?
Check this out. Check the audacity out.
Slight damage to the property, is that correct?
He drove down the driveway and ran over a shrub.
Did you replace it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Do you allow your children to shoot arrows into the drywall of the home? You didn't sit there and videotape it and laugh at it?
I videotaped my son shooting an arrow into a cardboard box.
Not into the garage and damaging the property?
No.
Have you contributed to the house payment?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm paying for everything else.
What is everything else that you're paying for?
Watch this. This is the manipulation of a modern woman. Watch this. Here's everything that's draining all of her paychecks.
Groceries to stay in the house and...
Not into the garage and damaging the property?
No.
Have you contributed to the house payment?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm paying for everything else.
What is everything else that you're paying for?
Groceries to stay in the house, and I pay for all my kids. Groceries, clothes.
Pay any of the utilities?
No.
What kind of vehicle are you driving?
A Tahoe.
2021 Chevy Tahoe?
Yes, ma'am.
You acknowledge that the down payment on the home came from his separate funds, do you not?
I'm going to object. That calls for a legal conclusion.
I'm sorry?
I object. That calls for a legal conclusion as to what separate funds are.
I'll rephrase the question. Did you have any money when the contract was made on this house?
I had my own money.
How much did you have?
At the time, I don't recall how much I had.
Did you pay $160,000 down on this house?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, I didn't put money down on the house.
Why did you say you don't recall?
Well, to your question before that.
Objection asked and answered.
No, I did not pay money.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, listen, I want all of the ladies, and I want to answer to the lady. Mecca, I need to hear from you guys. Listen, let's be honest. Let's tell the truth up here. Doesn't it take an evil person to do this to another human being? I just want to know what the women are going to say. Do you think it takes an evil person to go into a situation and not care about taking half of a man's net worth and ruining the progress that he's built in his life? Do you think that it takes an evil person to pull that off and not even have a conscience about it? I just want to know what the women think. See, you guys get a different experience than men do. You guys really tear us to pieces. Well, not me, because I would never let any of you get close enough to me to do any damage. But it forces you to ask, what caliber of individual is okay with doing that? A woman.
On the house.
You know that your husband had money that he put down on this house that was not your money.
Right. After we were married, though, he paid money on the house.
And he paid for your attorney for your paternity actions too, didn't he?
He helped pay for my attorney with Nick.
And how much was that?
What she made was for her.
So you want to ask her questions now, or you want to wait?
What he made was for the family.
When did y'all become romantically involved?
Throughout the time I've known her. Okay. Different instances.
And she was.
But if you look at this guy, you can tell he was dog food. A woman that she's not gorgeous or anything, but she's fit. Probably knows how to be feminine. Blonde hair. He knew she was out of his league. That girl preyed on him.
In relations with other people during that time too.
Section leading.
Correct. I put down earnest money in August.
How much did you put down?
It's $10,000 in earnest money.
And you put down on the house.
Roughly 160 plus the 10,000.
And where was the source of that money?
It came from my income. 120 was in savings. 40 I took a loan against my 401k.
Is there still a loan on the 401k?
Yes.
The 401k is what he's supposed to be living off of in the later years of his life, and now it's compromised. This man is going to have to pick up part-time work and things like that. But I think he had it coming. The fact that he married in the U.S., I think she should tear his ass to pieces. Listen. When I say tear his ass to pieces, I'm talking about, you guys ever seen chitlins? Anybody got any grandparents that ever cooked chitlins? I'm talking about tear his ass to piece to where like is hemorrhoids coming out of his ass. Like, little strings of chitlin. I'm talking about tear his ass to pieces. I believe that a man who gets married in America, that woman should have the right to have him flogged. At the end of that marriage, it should be required that if that woman see fit, she can allow him to lay on his stomach, open his mouth, put his teeth on the curb, and let her attorney stomp on the back of his head and knock his teeth out. I think a man who will get married in America, I don't know what to say. You'll get married in America and you see this stuff happening right before. They're not even hiding it from us.
You took out a loan.
Comes out of my paycheck.
How much did y'all purchase the home for?
It was $760.
And what is the monthly payments?
$4,200. That does.
The monthly payments on his mortgage is $4,200. This woman was pregnant. She has 3 children by 3 different men. This woman was pregnant when she met him and locked in with him.
Include insurance and taxes.
Did both of you sign the mortgage?
I'm the only one on the mortgage.
Both of you on a deed, but you were only on the mortgage.
It was better to qualify for interest rate under my income than using both.
So even though the house is in joint names, the mortgage is only in.
Now he is liable for those payments. That woman just ruined this man's life. Do you know what it will take for him to recuperate from this? He'll be a worker for the rest of his life.
Correct.
Damn. But because of love, because he puts this woman on a pedestal and wants to provide her the entire world, he is broke. This is what happens when you don't have boundaries. This is what happens when you are a wet noodle. This is what happens when you do not stand up for yourself as a man. This is what happens when you cannot say no.
What's led to you file? Your Honor, we'll move that in as the next exhibit.
But she wants the land in the house.
First exhibit, is it not?
Yes, that first one. What's led to you filing this divorce, sir?
We started having issues in October, which was relatively shortly after being married. She even told me that her therapist and her discovered that through their therapy that she wasn't really in love with me.
2 months after a month or 2 after buying that house. See, here's another thing, and I guess it's with men and women. That's why we knock you guys upside the head with the infamous belt buckle jingle, right? I guess it's the same with men and women. It is very, very difficult for a man to be around a woman he's not attracted to. It's very difficult. So I imagine it's the same with women, but she was able to take herself to a place of being Shout out to my girl Kanai down in the... She was able to hold her vomit in her mouth just long enough to get him to marry her and then vomit at the notion of looking at his face.
She wanted consistency and stability for her kids.
Yeah.
And thought that shortly after being married.
Have boundaries. This is what happens when you are a wet noodle. This is what happens when you do not stand up for yourself as a man. This is what happens when you cannot say no.
What's led to you file? Your Honor, we'll move that in as the next exhibit.
But she wants the land in the house.
First exhibit, is it not?
Yes, that first one. What's led to you filing this divorce, sir?
We started having issues in October, which was relatively shortly after being married. She even told me that her therapist and her had discovered that through their therapy that she wasn't really in love with me, and that she wanted consistency and stability for her kids.
Yeah.
And thought that she could love me over time. At that point in time, we talked about getting a divorce. We tried to work it out multiple times, and we kind of wound up back at the same spot.
Mecca said, who raised this man child? I agree. Come on, bro. I understand failing as a man here and there, but man, you jumped off the cliff. Listen, he basically told somebody, hey, these handcuff me behind my back. Yep. Okay, I can't get loose, can I? Right? Matter of fact, you know what? Take my helmet off. All right, now push me off this cliff. I don't know what to say. Huh.
Because she wants money.
So she had to go to therapy to figure out she didn't love you? Has she contributed anything financially to this marriage?
Other than groceries for her and her kids, no.
Has she made any threats towards you?
Multiple.
Tell me about those.
We got into an argument.
Verbal argument, physical argument, what?
Verbal argument. I'm not a physical person. And we talked about, in that argument, divorce came up, and she wanted me out of the house. She said she would throw herself against the wall, and
2 months after marrying her. This is what I'm telling you guys. You guys got to do better about picking better. You guys got to be doing better about the initial pick. I think how a lot of these long-term relationships are ending, right, is destroying people's lives. At bare minimum, setting their lives back years. Do you know what it's like to have to rebuild your life at the age of 40 years old when you thought you already had put everything you needed in place for your future? Imagine spending 10 years thinking that you've properly prepared for your future, and then your partner makes a decision that forces you to have to start all over, building a completely different future for yourself than the one that you thought you had already built. That's time that you can never get back. A lot of people will leave a relationship with not enough time left in life to put together all of the things that are needed to build that new life. You're experiencing these life setbacks at the age where there's not enough time to rebuild it. If you get jammed up at the age of 50 or 40, and you lose half of what it took you 40 years to build, how long do you think it's going to take to reestablish that half back? Could take 20 years. Or you better do something extremely cryptocurrency or something. And I want you guys to think about this in proper context as well. Some of the people who you know, like your dad or your grandparents, who you can look at their life and you can tell that they were on course to leave this planet the right way, their home, financial stability, assets, things that make life better. It took a lot of these people 40, 50 years to put that shit together. Now here you are at 50 or 40 years old. Because of a divorce or a breakup, you have to start building all over. Listen, and the shape, the health, the physical shape that you were in when you were working all of that overtime and things like that, you're older now. You don't even have that endurance anymore for all of the overtime that you used to build your net worth up to what it is right now. All of the side hustles you were doing. You were scrapping junk on the side. You're not even in that health grade anymore. You almost literally don't have the amount of time that is required for you to build those things all over again. For you to buy another house, for you to spend in your later days, for you to amass the amount of money you'll need to live out the later years of your life. People aren't thinking about it from that aspect. That's why, especially in the black community, you see a lot of people getting stranded on deep.
Welcome to death row.
You see a lot of people getting stranded on death row. Right? In the later years of their life.
Called the cops, say I did it. That was one occasion. Another occasion, she threatened, or she said she called the cops. So I said I'd come to the house, wait for the cops to get there. They never came. Recently, as 2 weeks ago, she said that she was going to call the cops, that I'd hit her in front of her 12-year-old.
And we can all tell that that's a decent man. We know that man's not sitting there lying. Everybody in that courtroom knows that every accusation that he's laying up against her, she did it.
Which obviously I didn't. So multiple times that's happened.
We're on YouTube, people. Those of you, I understand you can't see the clip, but we're on YouTube. Come on over to The Real Stacey Prince on YouTube. I see my baby mama down there. Listen, and this is what it is. I'm just throwing this out there. Somebody just popped up in one of my platforms, somebody I used to date. This is what I'm telling you. Listen, and this is actually an opportunity for me to, this is what I've been telling you guys the whole time. You must, the most important step, the first important step about dating is getting the right person on the bus the first time. There's a woman down in these comments right now who is one of the most softest human beings. Very feminine. It's just not in her to do really bad things. I pulled the trigger on her too late, right? But the women that I'm prone to dating on a serious level, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but these are the caliber of women who, integrity-wise, I don't think that they would take half of my assets. Because they're not bad people.
The point where I had to get a camera for the room I stay in to make sure that anything would be videoed to show that I'm not a physical person.
Right. Holy moly. Put cameras in your cribs.
Another thing that kind of got me a little bit, I guess, I came home one day, we were in a fight, and they were going to do a fire in the fire pit that we have, even though we're in the middle of a drought and a heavy windstorm. And when I said not to do it, I was told that not to talk to our kids all that day. Did they? They did not start the fire, thankfully.
So you have financial responsibility for these children, but you don't.
Jeter said, bullshit. Yes, they would take half of your stuff. I'll say this. It would be better to go into a relationship thinking that all women will do it than to not. But I just really do believe that I'm a great picker, but I still agree with him. You kind of can't put that past anybody, but it will significantly reduce the odds if you get a woman who really walks her everyday life like she loves God. I'm talking about it's visible to everybody. This woman is just sweet, right? But I'm telling you, I wouldn't trust any of them.
Don't have father responsibility.
And I take that back. I would trust a woman, but not with my finances. I'll be there for you. I'll rock with you. I'll abide by my promises and things like that. But I'm not going to create a scenario where if you wanted to, you could set my life back 12 years. No, we're not even that feature does not even exist.
For these children. Imagine being in your own hold, held hostage by the woman that you married through the decisions, the choices that the children are making, and you being unable to do anything about it. This man simped his way to a horrible life based off of the symmetry in her face. Crazy.
Men have a hard job. Y'all have to choose y'all mates casually. Y'all know that the right woman can elevate your life, but the wrong woman can completely dismantle it. The right woman brings peace, clarity, emotional safety, structure, motivation, and a home, not a house. And the wrong woman brings chaos, distraction, pressure, emotional instability, financial stress, and mental exhaustion. And as men, y'all feel that deeply. I get why men move so cautiously. This is why y'all take y'all time. This is where you all observe behavior. Y'all actually pay attention to actions and not just words. Because for a man, who y'all choose to love determine how y'all sleep, how you perform, how you lead, and how
your whole life can get messed up. There is no spare life hanging up in the closet to where if you do significant damage to this one, you got that other brand new one in the closet. You bang this thing up pretty good, it's banged up. And depending on the extent of damage, it could be, the wounds could be amplified.
you live. It is so difficult because you all can do all of those things. Finally choose that woman that you all see that definitely will support you, is the type of woman that you can live the rest of your life with. She basically is checking all the boxes that you all have. Like, you've taken your time, you've been cautious, and then you get into a relationship with them or marry them, and it's almost like the complete opposite. That is the scary part. I don't even know how you guys manage through that, but you all will get yourselves into something that is the wrong relationship. But then if that fails, y'all still look for love. Like, that is completely amazing to me.
This woman doesn't understand it. Like, nigga, what's wrong with y'all? Don't y'all see the carnage that has been left behind your grandfathers? She can't even fathom. If you listen to her, she can't fathom how we keep getting married. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Watch.
Manage through that, but you all will get yourselves into something that is the wrong relationship. But then if that fails, y'all still look for love. Like, that is completely amazing to me. One thing that I know for sure, it is not just love to a man, it is actually risk management.
Because it can get really bad. It can get really bad for a man.
Y'all be chasing a woman that's running from you.
Come on, champ.
You supposed to be picking the one that's looking at you.
Come on, champ.
Y'all don't even know how to pick a woman. When you do that, you don't even need game no more.
It's over.
Because she gonna do everything you need.
She cherishes you.
Yeah, exactly. But you want the bitch that you want instead of the bitch that wants you.
You playing Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Nigga. You chasing the bitch that don't want to be caught.
You just do that, everything gonna fall in line.
Most definitely. And I stand on that too. I always tell people, make sure the people you choose around you, from your friends to your bitch, that's very important. That's the first objective. Choose wisely off the rip and go from there. Anything outside of that is your fault. So if you do your due diligence and before you give off, before you really, you know what I'm saying, say this mine or whatever we doing, and I do my due diligence on it, yeah, you gonna turn out good. People don't do that though.
You gotta be very, very, very precise about who you bring into your life. You really, really do. We're gonna do a brief intermission, people. See if we can get some people to support the show. We are going to, you guys know what it is. Cash App, The Real Stacey Prince. Keep the show going, people. We have not met our nightly goal. We are $30 shy of our nightly show goal, people. Let's go. If you rock with the show, you already know. Instagram, I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. We're about to get up out of here. Let's go, people. Let's reach our nightly show goal.
Come at the king, you best not miss.
people, we are about to get up out of here. Listen, you see what my brother EJ said? Crazy thing. She was never a wife. Yeah, you guys got to be able to look at that. But listen, we are up out of here, people. I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. You know what it is. Continue to enjoy the clips that we have, that high-powered content. You know what it is. We out of here, people. I didn't realize I had my thing on, people. But I appreciate my people for supporting the show, rocking out with us. If you have not subscribed to the show, subscribe to the show and hit that alert button so you know when we're going live. Now we are out of here.